Hey, good morning. Welcome. Welcome. I'm Art Wenzel. You know that. Good morning. Good February 7th, at least here in the central United States, Central Standard Time. Hey, Mika. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Taking a look at this the ATR72 community version on flightsim.to. That's the plane we're going to be flying today. It's got the King Air cockpit. It's not the real thing. Kind of fun to fly a turboprop every once in a while. We're going to be taking off 6 p.m. We're not doing real time. Going well, Mika. Going well. It's doing all right. Long day of work yesterday. Kept dragging. So looking forward to doing this flight. We're going to get 2 flights in, hopefully today. Maybe do a third, but I'm guessing we're just gonna get these 2 flights in. Very short flights. This is only 34 miles. She's loud as hell. Yeah, there's a lot of ATRs, and this would almost be another plane that I don't know if it's come out yet, but this would be a plane that I'd be very interested in purchasing if I had the budget to purchase it. If there was a really good version of it, because it is such a plane that's flown so much around the world for these kind of short hop flights, especially in the Caribbean. Alright, so let's get things going. Still having this issue with textures not loading in at the airport. I don't know why, but we'll just have to deal with it. I don't know how much GSX Pro is going to work with this plane. I'm not sure. Let's get into it, and got I need in front of me. All right, get inside the plane. So it is the King Air cockpit, I believe, is what they're using. I kind of have to remember how to use it. Not that I really do know how to use it. Is there a checklist I can go? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I gotta go back up here at the flow interface. I want the regular toolbar. I can do things to this. There we go. So we'll go checklist, I think. Work for this. There's a checklist. Just so we can figure out how to get this plane started. Make sure it's working. Alright, so parking brake set, power levers in the idle position. Prop levers. I don't think I have anything set to do the prop levers. We'll have to do that with the mouse. Condition levers. Fuel cutoff. Where that is, I'm guessing. Is it these ones? Fuel cutoff. And battery switch.
Engaging autopilot.
From Bagotville to Montreal with the ATR76 many times. Cool. That's why I figured you were flying. Probably within... Where is Bagotville and Montreal? Is that... You're in Switzerland. Are those Swiss flights or is that French? Alright. So... Don't need to start the engine yet. We can get GSX Pro. GSX Pro will work. Doubt it. But we can always give it a try. Let's request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Let's see what they do here. Not sure how GSX will interact with this plane.
There are no passenger stairs. You will not see passengers visually.
Oh.
Do you want a board crew? Passengers bus is coming.
We're not going to see passengers because we don't actually have stairs. Right. They are going to shove cargo up into the passenger entrance. Hey, Goblin! How are you? How are you this fine morning? It's actually warming up around here. It's about 40 degrees. Okay, so let's get in here. Let's set this flight plan up. I think we do. Anti-ice, avionics, avionics. Flight plan. Active flight plan. Let's add the origin. We are coming out of Tango, Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Too many Foxtrots. Enter.
TAWS system test. Okay.
Okay. Not on VetSim. Not on VetSim. I haven't had a chance to. I got to get V-Pilot and all that stuff set up. I had it set up a year ago, and then I haven't used it a lot, and then I've done a reinstall and everything, so a lot of stuff isn't ready to go. Alright, so we're cruising 10,000 feet. This is SimBrief Panel, pretty cool new freeware product out there. Airtime 20 minutes.
Starting.
Passengers are getting on board. Let's add the en route waypoints. So Kaises, that's our only waypoint. Probably going to be this one, 24 miles, as opposed to 9,341 miles. I'm doing all right. Doing all right, Goblin. I got a day off here. Worked a little bit on Sunday, 6 hours, and then I had 12 hours yesterday. And it was the longest 12 hours. It just seemed to drag. And the sun seemed to be lower in the sky earlier, which is weird because it should be the other way around at this point. Destination. On an en route. Destination is Tango Lima Papa Charlie. Okay, I guess I have to add the waypoint after I put the destination. Sizes. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to doing the flight. I don't know, like I said, stuff is not loading in perfectly at these airports for some reason. There's the passengers. None of them got off the bus. That's kind of funny. So it rolls up with the bus, but because we don't have the stairs, they don't actually get on board. No, this isn't paid. This is just a mod, freeware mod on flightsim.to. It's not even the real cockpit for the ATR72. This is like the King Air cockpit or something. But it's kind of fun to just fly it around. Especially for these little short hops where this is what they fly, actually. I think we go into procedures now, and we're going to be doing departure. Kaiser 1 Romeo. Runway. Can't we do runway? Nope, not that one. Kaiser 1 Romeo. There we go, runway 10. Transition, I'm assuming none. Load that. Arrival. Gonna be runway. Don't have any arrivals. How do I go back? There we go. Approach is going to be RNAV runway 9. Transition Ermi. Out on this. There. All right, that looks like the right flight plan. It's a very short flight. Concorde, nice. Yeah, I didn't buy the Concorde, but that'd be a fun plane to fly. You'd be able to do, can do the really long flights, but in short time. You can go from New York to Paris or New York to London really quick. I usually don't do. I usually try to keep my flights around 2 hours or less. So.
Warning, okay.
All right, so we got the flight plan in. Let's actually get clearance.
Martinique Tower, Greenbird 217, parking 12, request clearance to George F. Charles, with information, Romeo. Greenbird 217, cleared to George F. Charles, via Kais 1 Romeo, departure, runway 10, initial climb, 2000, then is filed, squawk, 4152. Cleared to George F. Charles, via Kais 1 Romeo, departure, runway 10, initial climb, 2000, then is filed, squawk, 4152, Greenbird 217. Greenbird 217, redback correct. When ready, contact Martin.
I always like it when it says redback. Redback correct. Okay, so I don't know where a lot of the stuff on this plane is, so every time I fly it, I kind of have to learn some things. A lot of switches. Yep, I saw, like, when the flow wheel, I saw that come out, and then I saw everyone using it. Everyone, all my buddies that are on Twitch, they were all using it. I'm like, oh, I better get it because I guess you can use it. And it works perfectly fine free. I mean, I know there's a lot more you can set up if you have the paid, but all I need is the free. It's nice to not go up here, and I still get in the habit of going up to the top of the screen trying to get to a menu. But it's nice to, I can go up here and do stuff and not have the menu keep falling down on me. Alright, I think we are ready to go. So we're going to go request pushback and start up.
Martinique ground, Greenbird 217, parking 12, request pushback and start up.
Greenbird 217, pushback and start up approved.
Pushback and start up approved, Greenbird 217.
Never mind, they're actually loading the plane. No doors open though. That is a lot of luggage for one. I feel like they have 3 carts. I'm not sure why the power is way over there compared to yeah, there is so much. It's amazing how many more things keep coming out, more utilities and stuff. And it's not just with Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's not a brand new thing. It's like that, the cargo. Wait a second. That's what's crazy. Look at this. So we're in the cockpit, and there's the cargo going on, but outside the plane, it's going in the side of the plane. Alright, well. It's not perfect. But while we're waiting here, let's actually introduce the flight. We're flying from... This is a World Tour leg 204, flight 204, or leg 204. It's actually, I think, technically flight 205 because we did have a diversion once. We're flying out of Martinique, Aimé Césaire International Airport. I'm butchering the French, even though I am learning French right now. Lamentin, Fort-de-France, Martinique, France. Technically, we are in France. This is a constituent part of France. So we're in Martinique. We're flying up to George F.L. Charles Airport in Castries, St. Lucia. We're on Air Antilles Flight 217 in the ATR76 600 community version from flightsim.to with the King Air cockpit. It's not perfect, but it's something different. Real life flight is in the ATR42. Call sign today, Greenbird. And let's see, anything else we got going? I got using FSLTL for the other traffic at the airports and in the air. Volanta for tracking. Bene overlays for my stream, the overlay and everything. GSX Pro, as we can see right now, looking good. Doesn't really interact very well with this plane, though. FS HUD ATC for the air traffic control. So, there we go. We got that all squared away. Uh-oh. Like GSX froze, too. Oh. I kind of just want to cancel this, but I can't now. Inside the cockpit is so quiet. Alright, see you in a few. See you in a few, Goblin. Yeah, it's such a short flight, and it's going to take us... We're going to spend all this time waiting for the cargo to load. Alright, I'm going to actually restart that. Because while I do like watching the cargo, it looks like a little bit of overkill on the cargo front there. Oh, we're just going to let GSX Pro restart. Sounds kind of windy out here. This is the ground animations are GSX Pro. You can find that at fsdreamteam.com, and they have lots of products over there. GSX Pro. It's a payware. I think it's $20-$30. If I were looking at buying it right now for myself, I probably wouldn't because we're on such a tight budget, my family, right now. But when I did buy it, I wasn't as on tight a budget, so it's a cool addition. I really like it for the pushback. I mean, it has a good pushback system. Well, it's an okay pushback system. There's a lot of bugs with it, I think. So you'll take it with a grain of salt if you're interested in it. It's like, well, pretty cool. But there's a lot of ways to tweak it and stuff. So if you tend to fly out of the same airports a lot, or if you have some payware airports, there are profiles made for payware airports where they've got it all set up so that the jetways work with it perfectly. The passengers are actually going where they should go. You can edit all that as well. There's a lot of functionality to it, but there are some drawbacks in situations, and it doesn't work with every plane, as you can see right here. Yeah, I can't even, there's so many things I've bought that I've used and then I've kind of cast off to the side. and kind of looking back and going, how much money I've spent. And there are things that I've spent money on that I use consistently. One thing I use, all the trees. I have seasonal trees. I got the, it's Bajan Hibashi's 4-season pack, and I love it. There are some other seasonal tree packs that might be even better, but this was the first one that came out. I bought it, and I use it every flight. I never turn it off. So that's worth it to me because it's something that I'm always using. I bought the PMDG planes, which, for how much I spent on them, I probably look back and maybe not get them. Before Microsoft Flight Simulator, I only purchased a few things for X-Plane. I purchased the world traffic for X-Plane, which is essentially, injects traffic and liveries and all that. And I bought Pack X and the other one, Self-Loading Cargo, which are both passenger simulating things. And I only use Pack X now. I don't know why I bought both. But again, when I had money and I could just throw it around, and I did that, but okay, maybe I should be started back up here. So let's get the pushback going. Perfect pushback. It is windy out here. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Open sim brief panel again. See what the wind is. This sim brief panel is really cool because it'll pull the information from your sim brief flight plan you make on simbrief.com. Okay. Okay, there's the pushback. I don't know where the walker is. Like I said, this might not work with this plane. Just might not work, and so we might have to.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pas incertain.
And then it sounds like the cart gonna come up and oh wait, over there. Okay. It's pretty cool. There are some issues with it where they'll warp through the they'll clip through the plane. Looks really nice with the A320 because the A320 is set high enough that she can get under there, or he or she can get under there and put the tag. I don't know if we can see the tag fluttering anywhere. No, it's really cool. I think it's cool. All right, I just want to look at the wind here. Sounds a lot windier than that. Yeah, but this is a really cool freeware. It pulls in your SimBrief data from simbrief.com and it's right there in Sim. It doesn't do anything to doesn't kill your frame rates at all, performance. It just works. It's really cool. You even get the raw flight plan if you want. Put this here because I do need this checklist because I don't know how to start this plane. Alright. I typically use the quick edit pushback just because... Actually, I probably don't have to here. It looks like it's actually a pretty good looking pushback. For once. Let's see if it's going the right direction though. We're going to runway 10. And that's going to push us back... Whatever that's 2.8. Perfect. Perfect pushback. So I don't have to edit it. It's just called SimBrief Panel. SimBrief Panel. And it's you can find that on flightsim.to. It's a free. It just came out in the last week. So again, one of those cool new things that we haven't had before, and here it is now. Right, very windy out there. It's like... Alright, parking brake.
Starting push. All engines clear. at wheel.
Okay, something's happening. That's good. I didn't turn an APU or anything on, so I'm a little worried about that. Low idle. So this. ITT and N1. Let's monitor that. Looking good. N1 is at 3840. Wish the airport textures were loading in. Plane's kind of in the ground there a little bit. Right oil pressure. Right ignition and engine start at. I should off it. High idle. And right generator, I already had those on. Right, left engine start. Hey, thanks for the follow, Goblin Churao. Go to low idle. Find it, there it is. Alright, low idle, monitoring the ITT and the N1. We're going to jump into GSX Pro again and give them the thumbs up for good engine start. I know it looks like we're off in the grass because, well, for some reason, textures aren't loading properly.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Battery. Alright, condition lever can go to high. Turn off the ignition. And generators are on. After starting engine, avionics master switch on. Lights. Okay, what lights do we want? We want the put the recognition lights on. Beacon lights should be on.
Unlocking gear. Throttle disconnected. Bypass power mode. Left is clear, right is clear.
So many messages here. I don't know what it means. Ooh, she like just clipped through there and went right under those propellers. Oh, it's like, what did you see? Oh, you saw the exploding fireworks of Elishua heads. I need to update those. I need to make some new ones.
Martinique ground, Greenbird 217, request taxi.
Greenbird 217, taxi to holding point, runway 10.
Taxi to holding point, runway 10, Greenbird 217.
Alright, let's taxi over to runway 10. Sun is starting to set. Down in Martinique. Hoping the autopilot and everything works. Otherwise, we'll have to fly the whole thing manually. We're only going up to 10,000 feet.
Greenberg 217. Contact Martinique Tower 118.5.
Contact Martinique Tower 118.5. Greenbird 217. Martinique Tower, Greenbird 217, runway 10, ready for departure. Greenbird 217, line up, runway 10. Line up, runway 10, Greenbird 217.
Alright, so we didn't go all the way to the end of the runway because we don't need all 3,000 meters. I always forget there's a little hill to get on the runway here.
Greenbird 217, wind 110 degrees at 13 knots, runway 10, cleared for takeoff.
Alright, cleared for takeoff.
10, cleared for takeoff, Greenbird 217.
Gear up.
Don't sink. Engaging autopilot.
Greenbird 217, contact St. Lucia, approach 119.8. Contact St. Lucia, approach 119.8, Greenbird 217. St. Lucia approach, Greenbird 217, kite 1 Romeo, departure at 1,000, climbing 2,000. Greenbird 217, radar contact, continue climb, flight level 90. Continue climb, flight level 90, Greenbird 217.
Okay, there is the autopilot. But for some reason, it's not climbing. There we go. I think I got it fixed now. Beautiful. Yeah, those trees look really good. Those are all, most of the tree models I think are replaced by the Bijan Hibashi trees. Or John Hibat. I don't even know. Why can't I even think what it's called now? Bijan Hibashi, the Four Season trees. Now a lot of these trees are more of the summer model right now, so. Alright, we're continuing climb to flight level 9,000 feet. I don't even know if we'll get up to 9,000 feet before we need to descend. St. Lucia is right there. You can already see it right in front of us.
Greenberg 217, expect uses are now approach, runway 09er.
Yeah, such a quick flight. I'd like to do a little bit longer flight. This is, fly over all the Caribbean islands, but the way we're doing it is we're just flying point to point, getting to landing on each country and territory and place. So little short flights right here. As I said, I'd really enjoy having like an ATR in the arsenal, like an actual one. But it's kind of fun to do these shorter flights in this plane versus trying to do it in the CRJ or something, which is going to be the next one. We're going to fly from St. Lucia over to Barbados, which is not too much longer than this flight.
Expected uses on us, approach, runway 09er, Greenberg 217.
Alright, are we gonna get a descent here? Are headed to... Oh, now where are we going?
Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 249er. Turn left to heading 249er. Greenbird 217.
Saval? Oh, okay. Oh, it's not even, it's kind of skipping Dermy. It's not even just going direct to Dermy. Kind of doing a big loop to Saval. I see what's going on.
Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 243. Turn left to heading 243. Greenbird 217.
Really, we should be doing like kind of like this. Let's kind of...
Greenbird 217, descend and maintain 1,600 QNH 1017. Descend and maintain 1,600. Greenbird 217. Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 238 QNH 1017.
Going on now.
Turn left to heading 238. Greenbird 217.
I might go to heading mode here. Get descent going.
Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 233 QNH 1017. Turn left to heading 233. Greenbird 217. Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 228. Turn left to heading 228. Greenbird 217.
Landing gear.
Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 223. Turn left to heading 223. Greenbird 217. Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 218.
Alright, so we're capturing...
218. Greenbird 217.
We need to be at 1800 at Saval. Minimum is 980. Final approach course is 90 degrees. Right.
Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 213. Turn left to heading 213. Greenbird 217. Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 208. Turn left to heading 208. Greenbird 217. Greenbird 217, turn left to heading
Alright, I'm posting in
202.
the chat the link to the next stream for the next flight. There'll be a pinned message.
Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 197. Turn left to heading 197. Greenbird 217. Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 186. Turn left to heading 186. Greenbird 217. Greenbird 217, turn left to heading 179er. Turn left to heading 179er. Greenbird 217. Greenbird 217, proceed direct Dermy. Proceed direct Dermy. Greenbird 217.
Oh, now you want me to go to Dermy. Oh, I guess we are going Dermy. Wait. Alright, so that right in front of us is... That's St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Right in front of us, right there. And then Barbados is going to be... I mean, there's St. Lucia. And Barbados is going to be on the other side. Kind of... for that direction. Right now, that's St. Vincent and the Grenadines right in front of us. We'll be headed there, I believe, from Barbados. So we're going to be flying into Bridgetown, or technically Christchurch, on the next flight. And then we'll be flying in the A330, Virgin Atlantic A330 from Bridgetown on Barbados to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So we're going to be doing a short flight like this, but in the A330. We'll see how that goes. But I have to load that in, so that'll be a little bit longer intermission if we do that today, or if we do that this morning.
Greenbird 217 cleared RNAV approach at 1,600 runway 09er. Report established final track. Cleared RNAV approach at 1,600 runway 09er. Report established final track. Greenbird 217.
Alright, we kind of overshot the turn, but we'll get back on. Got enough time. It's actually a perfect time. I think I'm about a half an hour earlier the time I set. I think I screwed up my time setting, because I was thinking it was going to get a lot darker than this, but this is actually perfect. Perfect sunset, not too late where we can't see anything. Yeah, you can see the runway. Remember, at Saville, we need to be at 1,800 feet, and then we begin our 3-degree descent. Yeah, I'm running, like I said last time, I'm running the... Are you joking, or are you joking? Because I do see we had a little bit of a glitch. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty stable, because I'm running on that Dragon program, which tracks my... Where I can, well, it should be, except it doesn't save my settings, so... Actually, that might be why we had that little glitch. So, get all that set. But it has been running better since I've been using that program. Been much more stable. Good. Yeah. Yeah, I just noticed, so I looked over at the stats and it's just a little blip, but yeah, it's been way better than before. I have trim control on this plane. Yep, I put the link for it. It's tagged on, or it's pinned on the top of the chat for the next flight. Go to intermission. You know, do the. I like to keep, as I do on YouTube, I like to keep each flight separate.
Landing gear.
Yeah, we'll be flying out of here, flying out of St. Lucia and headed to Barbados. Why can I not? Like I'm fighting the autopilot or something, but it should be off.
Greenbird 217 established on final track.
Yeah, I think we'll do that flight.
Greenbird 217, contact George
And
F. Charles Tower 118.
then I'll save the flight from Barbados, the A330 flight. We'll do 2 more flights, maybe this afternoon. I do need to restart Flight Simulator so I can get the A330 actually loaded in and make sure it works and all that too.
Tower, Greenbird 217 on final 09.
Greenbird 217, wind A0 degrees at 9 knots, clear to land 09.
Ooh.
Cleared to land 09.
I'm like fighting the plane. I don't think I have any real control over the trim. Hey Matei! Long time no see. Welcome in. Just in time for the landing here in St. Lucia. Look at there's a link on the top of the chat for the next stream, where we'll be flying out of St. Lucia over to Barbados. So hopefully I'll see you over at that one. Starting that in probably 15 minutes from now.
500.
Really cool flying into these Caribbean airports. Get to see the cruise ships and other stuff like that as well. Beautiful time of day. I like that view. Zoomed in a little bit, was good. Okay, landing gear is deployed. Ah, bummer. Well, good luck with the math lesson. Down here.
Greenbird 217, when vacated contact ground 121.8.
When vacated, contact ground 121.8. Greenbird 217.
Got a road right next to the airport. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice landing in St. Barth's. Because that one definitely can't float. Is there a turnaround point? I think. Doesn't look like it. I'll have to turn around. Yep. Turn around. Some of those trees look like they're kind of autumn. We have a few more flights before we get to St. Barth's, but that one's going to be where I Alright, we're gonna be at St. Barths, then we're gonna fly out to St. Martin, French part of the island. Then we're gonna fly back to St. Barths. Then we're gonna fly from St. Barths to Sint Maarten. And then I believe out of there we're flying to St. Kitts and Nevis. And that will be, once we get to St. Kitts and Nevis, that's our last Caribbean flight. We'll fly out of there up to Miami and then to Bermuda, into New York. And then we'll be kind of doing a few longer flights across the US and over into the Pacific. But that'll probably be a couple, at the rate we're going, at least a month from now. Not get too fast here. A little crazy.
George F. Charles ground, Greenbird 217, runway vacated with Alpha. Greenbird 217, taxi to gate 4, via Alpha.
Oh, gate 4.
Taxi to gate 4,
Hey,
via
they're all there,
Alpha.
too.
Greenbird 217.
I didn't want to go to gate 4 because there's this King Air sitting there. There we go. Good enough. Okay, parking brake set. If we need a, I think there's an APU on this. I don't know. Landing lights come off, taxi lights off, strobe lights off, and we'll kill the engines. I like flying warbirds. I haven't really done any in Flight Simulator, but I do have War Thunder, and I used to fly a lot of War Thunder, and I mean those are obviously much more arcadey kind of games unless you set on realistic settings. Played World of Warplanes a lot, and then I got into War Thunder. Alright, we're just gonna go with that. I'm not gonna deboard or anything just because doesn't really work with this plane so well. Sure, this is ready to go. Here. Atlanta. Corsair is really good. Is that payware or is there a free one? I have to look and see what free planes there are. There are quite a few that they added. Some older planes too, which is really cool. Alright, let's check out Volanta and check out the flight stats. Alright, so welcome to George F.L. Charles Airport. Second person to arrive there today. I suppose there's going to be a little bit more people ending up at these airports. A lot of Caribbean flying going on in Flight Sim. Alright, so there's the flight path. Very short flight. Over here, statistics. Flight time 21 minutes. 1 minute longer than the sim brief. Last time we were right on target. 2 hours and 3 minutes. The last flight, exactly the same as the sim brief. I don't know how that happened, but here just 1 minute extra. Landing rate negative 117.17 feet per minute. Not too bad. Maybe a little hard for a prop. I don't know. Distance 74 nautical miles. Fuel burn just under 300 kilos. 55 passengers today. Landing speed 79 knots. G-force 0.9. Alright. Well, not bad for that. Let's also jump over up the world tour map. I still haven't fixed this. I need to fix that. overhanging for some reason. But there's the world tour map in front of me so I can see it. Everywhere we've been so far. Center it up if I can. And today we're down in the Caribbean. We'll reveal St. Lucia right there. So next flight we're going to be flying over here to this island, just hanging out on its own, Barbados. We'll be in the CRJ. I could have done it in the ATR72 because the real life flight is in the ATR42 for Liat. But I figured, I want to fly I'd rather fly the CRJ. Actually, I enjoyed flying this plane, so unfortunately I don't have the livery for the ATR42. I think that might have been an issue too. The livery just might not have been working. So, really nice flight. Let's get up here and kind of see this sunset we got going. Hear the waves crashing right here. Really nice. Definitely enjoying flying into these small airports, and unfortunately textures keep glitching out for some reason, not sure why, but a lot of these airports in the Caribbean, there are a lot of great freeware scenery upgrades, and the upgrades are really top notch. You can see the really good tarmacs and the towers and everything. Lots of detail. Some of them have more detail than others. This one looks pretty good, except for the fact that, again, textures are glitching out, but I don't think that's a problem with the scenery itself. It's doing that everywhere. Alright, well, again, I'm going to post it. I'll post it again for you guys on YouTube. There's the link for the next stream, which will go live in just a few minutes. I just got to adjust some things and get the flight loaded in. Hope to see you all there. Hope to see you, Mika, if you can make it. Everyone else, we're going to go to the intermission screen for everyone on Twitch. The stream will end on YouTube. Just jump over to that other link for flight 205. We're going to be flying here from Castries, St. Lucia over to Bridgetown, Barbados in just a few minutes. So see you over there in just a few. If I can get things set here. Get things set. Get going. There we go.